Hello everyone. In this video I want to talk about markers. So in the following videos you're going to see me use a lot of different markers when I'm training with the dogs. And what I'm doing when I'm using those markers, I'm just giving clear signals and clear communication to the dog on what I expect and what I want him to do, what I don't want him to do. So we'll discuss all of them right now in this video. The first one I'm going to talk about is yes. Yes means that the dog did something that I wanted him to do, and I'm going to give him a reward. For instance, if I'm teaching a dog a command, let's say sit, I tell the dog to sit, or I lure him into the position, I say yes and give him a treat. And do the same thing, lure him in the position, say yes and give him a treat. So whenever you're giving the dog a treat or you're giving the dog a reward, you want to say yes. There is one exception, and we'll talk about that later in this video, but for the most part you're going to say yes and then give the treat. Now the reward can be anything. It could be a toy, it could be a food, it could be treats, it can be physical touch or physical praise, verbal praise. So those are all things that could be rewards and can be used when you're using the yes. The second marker I'm going to tell you guys is the good. So you'll hear me saying good a lot. Good means you're doing exactly what I want you to do. Continue to do it. You're not allowed to break position. When I say break position, that just means you're not allowed to, stop sitting or stop laying down or get off the placemat, whatever it is that the command is being executed. You're still supposed to stay there. I'm just kind of encouraging the dog to continue to do good, continue to do what he's doing. If we're walking and he's walking by my side like he's supposed to, and I say good, I'm telling the dog, hey, you're doing what I'm asking you to do, continue to do it. Potentially a reward can come out of it if you continue to do it. Now, when I said there's an exception with giving a dog a treat or a reward, I do give a dog a treat or a reward when I say good. Sometimes if I have a dog on a placemat and they're holding the place command and I say good, I can give him a treat, but that doesn't mean he can break position. He could just take the treat out of my hand and then continue to lay down without breaking position. So that's the exception. Also, I do use good when I'm working on focus, if I want to, and I'm not giving a reward when I work on focus. I just say the word good. So these are two examples of the good. If I'm working on focus and I want the dog to look at me in my face, I have my hands spread out, and you'll see a video about this. I have my arms spread out with a treat in it, and I have the dog look at my face, and when he looks at my face, I tell him yes. And I do that over and over in the beginning. And then once I feel he's understanding what I'm asking, he's giving me good contact, then I can say good to extend that time. So if he's looking at me, I say good, good, good. And then I give him a YES and give him a treat, or I continue it good if I want to, push him a little bit more and have him look at me longer. So those are good and yes that we talked about. Now we're going to talk about the no. No means, hey, you did something wrong, you need to fix yourself. So I use no as a punishment or as a correction, however you want to call it, but it needs to be meaningful. So if I taught a dog place and they understand place and they just broke position, got off the placemat or whatever, I'll say no, give them a firm, or put them back on place and give them a firm correction. The reason why I do that is because I want the no to mean something to the dog. If I just say no to the dog just kind of doesn't really understand it. I want them to know that, hey, when I hear no, oh, I messed up, I need to fix myself. So I give a correction. Every time I give the word no, or I say the marker no, I give a correction. There may be those exceptions here and there where you just can't give the dog a correction, or you just don't for some reason. As long as you're doing it most of the time and it still holds value to the dog, that's okay. So that's the no. And then we have okay. So okay marker, what that means is you're free to do whatever you want. You don't have to stay in the placemat anymore. You don't have to continue walking by my heel or walking by my side. You can do whatever you want to do. So those are the kind of the 4 or 5 markers. So yes, good, no, and okay. Those are the ones I use. So again, okay being, hey, you're free to do whatever you want. You're not getting a treat, you're not getting a reward, you're just able to go do whatever you want. Okay, I mean, yes means, hey, you did what I want you to do, here's your treat, come get it, or I can give it to you, and you're released to do whatever. Good, hey, you're doing a good job, continue doing it. I can give you a treat, but that doesn't mean you can break position. Or I could just say good and encourage the dog to continue doing what I'm asking him to do. And no, hey, you're doing something wrong, I don't want you to do that, fix yourself with a correction. So I hope this video makes sense, I hope you understand it, and you'll see all these markers being utilized in the videos ahead. So thanks for watching.